Hello. In today's video, we'll be going over views within Sheets of VisualDB. So let's get right into it. So for this tutorial, I've already pre-made a sheet that we're going to be using today. Now, this sheet is a project tracker. Basically, each row is a project. There's a title, who it's assigned to, a status, a priority, start date, expected end date, percent complete, whether it's billable, and then the estimate. So basically, what a view is it's a way to change the way that information is displayed. So right here, we have all these different rows, but we can do a couple things to them. Number one, we can hide fields that we might not want to show, or we can enable fields that we do want to show. So we can do that. We can filter different fields. We can group different fields. We can sort them. With all these tools like grouping, sorting, if you were to apply them to the current sheet we look at, you would be able to do it pretty easily. But the one caveat is that every single person that signs on to this sheet would first see the groupings that you created because you are on the what's called the default view. So if you wanted to create your own groupings, but you didn't want to affect what other people saw when they logged on to this sheet, you would create what's called a private view. Basically, a display of the data that is unique to you and only you can look at it. So that's the motivation for a view. Let's try to make our own private view to make this a little bit more clear. So if we create a view, you can do it in the top right with the plus button. And let's, for example, create a view that groups by status. So we're going to call it status. And we can have a couple different types of views here. We can have a shared view, which is everybody can look at this specific view, and they can also edit it. We have a private view, which is what we'll be making. And a private view is only you can view it. That's why it's private. Only you can edit it, only you can look at it. It's just for your own understanding. And finally, we have a locked view. And basically what a locked view is it's similar to a shared view, but anybody who didn't create it, so anybody other than you, can't edit that view. Only you can, but people can look at it. So that is what a locked view is. So we're going to create a private view and press OK. So right now we'll see things look pretty identical at the moment, but we'll see if we make minor changes, we'll see, wow, they're different. But we can do more complicated things. Like I said, let's try to create a group by status. So we're going to select our status field and we'll see, boom, everything is grouped by the status field. So we'll see all the projects that are canceled, complete, deferred, in progress, not started, or on hold, or in review. So we can see all of that. Further, we can add sorting to our sheet. So we might want to sort, for example, by their start date. So right now, it's stuff that happened in the past up to the most recent stuff that's started at the bottom. We can also flip that around if you want the most recent stuff at the top. So with all of that, we can go back to our default view and we'll see none of this information has changed, but the way we look at it has. One thing to keep in mind is that if you do edit the actual state of a row, so for example, if we go to our default view and we go to one of these completed ones, one of these completed projects, and we have this market research by William Miller, and then we check this, and then we go back to our status, and then let's go find William Miller. We'll see here it's checked over here. So when you actually change the actual information that's within a row, that will carry over to different views. All views does is change the way that you look at information. It changes the view, right? So that is what views are in Sheets within VisualDB. Thanks for listening and have a nice day.